In this video, I'll teach you how to use your new xTool riser base and the honeycomb panel with your xTool M1. Here's a look at the xTool M1 without any type of riser base underneath it. I previously had the riser blocks and I've already taken out the base of my machine. So if you haven't already taken out the base of your machine, looking into your machine, you'll see little baby screws all the way along the bottom of your machine. You'll want to unscrew all of those tiny screws. I never put mine back in because they were a little tricky to get out because they are such soft screws and strip pretty easily. So make sure you go slow and unscrew all of the bottom screws out of that plate and then just pull that whole entire base plate out. Once you've removed the bottom plate, it will look like this. We will use this with the riser base, so go ahead and just set that aside. And I'm going to move my whole xTool out of the way so that we can set up the bottom riser bed. In the box, you'll receive 2 of these white risers, and you'll want to pay attention to the markings on the front. So once you find these markings right here, it indicates the top and then the different levels that you can place your machine. This piece will go on the right side of your machine when you're looking at your machine. And then the opposite side will go on the left. You'll also know which is the right side when you are looking at this piece because there's a little hole. If you're using the air assist, you'll run your air assist tubing through that hole. So place these apart from each other. And in the box, you'll receive 2 of these orange acrylic pieces. And the acrylic will come with some protective lining over it. You'll just peel that right off and then you'll see the orange coloring. Those will slide in the front and the back of your machine. There's little slots. And I was a little surprised by this, but it won't lock into place. So it's very wobbly. So until you place your machine on top, you will get a little bit of wobble. I also just installed those upside down. You'll want to install them with the opening at the bottom so that your hand can easily fit underneath when you need to access the bottom. So make sure to install those with the notch at the bottom. Once you've got those installed, you're going to place your laser right on top of this. You'll just guide the feet into the holes of the riser base. To place the honeycomb tray, you'll want to open up the bottom where the notch is and just slide this panel out of the way. To place the honeycomb tray, you'll choose whatever height you need your project to be at, so either the alpha, beta, or gamma level, and then you'll slide it in. So if I wanted it at the alpha height, I just place my honeycomb tray and slide it right in. There's screws at the back of the riser base, which will stop the honeycomb tray from going too far. And if you want to place it in the top, you can actually place it from the top of your machine and then rest it on to the supports and just drop it right in there. For the bottom plate that we took out at the very bottom of your machine, there's a little tiny gap so my finger can actually fit underneath the bottom. There's a little support at the very bottom underneath the gamma level, and you'll just slide that in all the way to the back of the machine. Once you've placed your base plate and the honeycomb tray, you can slide this cover back over. I wanted to show you were the pins that came in the box. These pins are really great for any warped materials or materials that you just need to pin down. So I really like them because they're magnetic and actually hold your material really well. The last thing that comes in the box is this acrylic ruler. This is for figuring out the distance from your laser to your project. So if you're doing a engraving on a tumbler, for example, this will come in handy. Okay, so that's it. Your riser base is all set up and now you're ready to make a project. I will film a separate tutorial on using the riser base with the rotary attachment, so stay tuned for that. But I did want to have a standalone video so that if you had any questions specific to the riser base, you would have a place to leave those comments and ask those questions. If you need any links, I will put everything in the video description, so make sure to check out the video description. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like it and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any new xTool content. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.